Hello, everyone, and welcome to another... I don't have a clever name for this one.
SolForge Fusion, baby.
SolForge Saturday.
SolForge Wednesday.
We're going to start streaming on Saturdays.
Yeah, it would make the alliteration nice, but I would not give up my Saturday for it. I do like the game a lot, but not enough.
You don't want to come in
to give up the weekend. No, I refuse. It's SolForge Fusion. Hey, it's a big day. It's a big moment for SolForge Fusion. Also, tell me if we're synced up, audio, video.
Does the audio line up with our mouths while we speak?
It's a big day.
Why is this a big day?
It's a big day because you got the Kickstarter stuff. So the Kickstarter has been delivered, at least mostly, or all the way.
I think in the U.S., which I actually think the Kickstarter was U.S. only.
That's right. That's right.
But the vast majority of people have received their decks, and so when I originally backed this thing, so I got my Kickstarter decks in.
I'm ready for this to be a fun story.
When I originally backed this thing, my expectation was that the retail release, which we talked about, people were asking in the chat about when's the starter coming that you can pre-order on the website. But my expectation was that the Kickstarter would hit in like maybe a month later. The full retail release would be happening,
right,
or less.
Right.
So, to show my support, I backed the game, and I backed at the Kickstarter level, or the starter level. I also wanted to get an extra set of dice, which they're actually different than the dice we originally had.
Ooh.
So, I want to share that in a second. But I wanted to get another set of dice, and I wanted to get at least one batch of the Kickstarter decks, show some support for the game, and then go full Monty when it came time for retail release.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, the interest in the game at a distribution retail level has exploded.
Skyrocketed.
It's crazy.
According to the our inside contact on the Discord.
Not named Shadow.
Not named Shadow.
Yeah. And so they actually had to switch. Part of the problem, I've seen Shadow talking about this publicly in the Discord, so I know it can be shared, is that the amount they wanted to print, ultimately, there was not enough available paper in the United States of America.
Yeah.
Of the grade they wanted for purchase, right?
Other TCGs have been running into this too.
Yeah. So anyways, that's
a new problem.
It's a quality problem. So everyone's been asking. The Kickstarter release has shipped. If you back the Kickstarter, you should have it or be getting it or have tracking or whatever. But if you have pre-ordered the starter on the website, so we have a starter. It comes with a starter box like this one. This is a Kickstarter exclusive, but it's very similar to what you would get in the starter set. And is it one playmat in the starter set?
Yeah. One playmat, two. We just got to look at it. It feels like it's been 6 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's one starter box. Yeah, one starter kit, which comes with 4 decks, one from each of the factions, and then one playmat, which is available on the website. This is not shipping right now. I've seen people thinking that this means that that's shipping.
Yeah.
But those are retail products. This is Kickstarter exclusive stuff. So right now, the latest I heard was like August-ish.
Yeah, probably August. And, the thing about this is when things get kicked back, a lot of times they keep getting kicked back.
Yeah.
Like, that's the nature of the game on this.
I don't know what book I was reading, but there was a book talking about if someone's going to be 5 minutes late, they're likely to be, like, more than 5 minutes late. Like, if they're like, hey, I'm running late, I'll be 5 minutes late, you should really just assume 20 minutes. Because, like, once things start going wrong, they have a tendency to, or differently than expected, to really go differently. So all that to say, if you want to pre-order the starter, if you've already pre-ordered the starter, this is not shipping right now. You will get a notice when that is like queuing up to ship, and we'll have that out as soon as it's actually feasible for us to do.
Yeah, retail release, and then that's when they'll be available in retail stores. All the online products will ship. The subscription is set 2, right? Are we doing the set 1 or set 2 subscription?
Set 1.
It's set 1 retail, set 1, right?
Yeah.
So the subscriptions will ship, the starters will ship, and then you'll see it arrive in retail stores and online as well. So this is basically the giant. The sense that I have is there was the Kickstarter printing, which is happening here domestically, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then there's a giant printing that is happening overseas that is on the way over. And whenever, it's the classic thing, whenever that boat shows up with those things, then they'll start heading to distribution and us and everywhere else. And then those decks will all get out there. The products will get out there. So that's the story with that. But big day because the Kickstarter is fulfilled. It actually has happened. It looks great. You can scan your decks in, right? Mm-hmm. That looks really cool.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah.
One of the shortcuts they're kind of taking, which I thought was cool, and with the KeyForge app, which there's some stuff to talk about KeyForge, which we'll probably do on this stream. Mm-hmm. But in the KeyForge app, you had to open the app and scan in the app, and it would scan. It would be like, hey, your deck's registered, and then you have to like exit that and go back and open the camera again and scan the next deck. Interestingly, with this, you just point your camera at the QR code.
Cool.
It's like a QR code. You click it takes you to the website, and now you're off to the races.
So you can pretty quickly scan them all in?
Yeah. You don't have to like...
That's nice.
It was just a little bit different, but I really like that. And so it all worked. My decks are registered. They're on my account.
That's cool. You can just see them up there.
And I think this is it's kind of a clever release pattern for a game that went to Kickstarter, because you just kind of get that. We talked about it with Keyforge, but because like they had the situation where Keyforge got revealed, a lot of excitement. It sold out immediately on release. It was very hard to get product.
Yeah.
People that wanted to play couldn't get decks. And so same with Destiny. They did the before the release, they did that pre-release event where you got like a starter and some booster packs. And that pre-release is kind of where the momentum shifted for that game into people are really excited. So the reason this is such a big deal to me is that you now have a couple thousand people in the world who actually have their own decks. You've been able to play this on TTS for a while, but they have actual decks that you can play, that they can play in person, that they can introduce people with. And kind of like, the interest has been building for the game on the retail distribution side. I think once this game gets out there, the excitement is only going to increase. So
you start getting people with decks, taking them to stores, taking them to friends' houses, introducing people to the game, yada, yada. And on it goes. And scanning in decks. Can you see other people's decks that they've scanned in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so now you can start to actually see other stuff out there and like, ooh, I want that one. Or like,
you already see it like in our Discord channel, people posting links to the decks they registered on, and like you can click it and you can see all the cards in the deck and you're starting to see all the different cards happening. That's really cool.
Yeah,
it's just a fun little process. So what are we doing today?
Well, what we're doing today is we're going to open up this. This is an official unboxing, I suppose, of your starter here, your little kit. And we'll bust out those decks, and then we'll pair a couple of them up and play them. Excellent. You know, the whole point of the game. Playing it, because there's not a lot of deck building to do. We just play the game.
That's right.
I want to play it. Do you want to play it without any playmat?
Yeah. You want to go top down so we can see the box?
Let's do it all natural.
So if you pre-ordered the starter, do we have the... No, it's not here. If you pre-ordered the starter bottle from us, you get a really nice playmat, which if I wasn't playing on camera the way we have to situate this, I think that playmat is super useful.
It's really nice. Yeah.
But you get the playmat and you get basically this box. This is Kickstarter exclusive, which you'll see. But you would get a box like this. Now, I've already opened the decks because, I had to scan them in so we can get the card images and stuff. But, of course, you get the paper playmats, which, you know what? Of all the paper playmats I've seen, this is a lot like the playmat you would get, except for it's like a, full-on playmat.
I like that.
Well, it doesn't have a lot of the... Like, I've seen... I guess it's upside down for them.
No, that's good for them. We're just mirroring the monitor there.
A lot of the playmats like this, it's like they have a lot of superfluous like text on them, and but this does a good job of having the lanes and stuff. But the starter bundle would come with like the traditional like full-on playmat situation. This does come with two,
like the neoprene style. Yeah,
two of the paper playmats, which is nice. Go ahead and put these away.
Did you already open these decks?
I did, yep.
Oh.
I had to register them.
I was like, why are these loose in here? That doesn't seem right. Oh, look at these. Real cards, man.
Yep. So you also get a pack of these tokens, which I haven't even opened this.
Ooh, a keywords card? I dig that.
Yeah, that was really cool. So they came in the token slot. What up, Aaron?
Hey, Aaron, how are you, man? It's good to see you. You've been leaving some really nice comments. I read one of yours in the team meeting today, actually, from our stream yesterday.
You did. I was there. Saying I've really been talking up SolForge Fusion on the community chat. Has been thinking I should get it on a display pre-order. I think it's a phenomenal game. It really is.
What's up, Art?
It's leveraging the unique deck format in a lot of really interesting ways, and it really grew on me the more I played this game.
It's just a fun game. Sit down and play.
So they include all these little modifier cards.
Oh yeah, for those non-dice interested.
Yeah, I'm way more interested in the dice personally.
We can try them and see how they feel. Yeah,
I'll let you be the purveyor of that if you're interested. You also get, of course, your tokens, like the spell swarms and the zombie brutes.
And they're flipped, the big ones and the small ones
Gizmo,
back
Mega
to back.
Gizmo, etc. But yeah, let me make sure these are all nice.
I'll be curious. I'm going to use these, okay? I'm going to use these.
Hey,
I'm going to use them.
Don't knock it before you try.
You know, people have ideas. Maybe there's good ideas here. Okay, I get it.
I like
plus
your
4
optimism.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 10. That is technically how you make all the numbers.
5,
you got minus 4. 10. That might be harder to see there. I've only got. Wait a minute. Oh, they're double-sided. Oh.
You've got everything you need.
Oh, minus 10, minus 5 is on the flip.
Pattern asking if we've discussed the Keyforge news. We have not. So if you otherwise were unaware, Keyforge was the first Unity deck game. Very similar structure to this. One of the big differences between Keyforge and SolForge is Keyforge, you buy a deck, it's a full deck, complete. It is what it is. This, you basically pair 2 decks together to form one. You fuse them, as it were. And that obviously gives you a little bit of agency when it comes to the deck you're bringing and the cards you're bringing. It also helps, I think it's a big innovation, it helps make sure, you could always find the right other half of a deck, potentially. In Keyforge, sometimes, you have cards that are good with knights and you just don't have any knights in your deck.
Bummer.
Yeah, so, but Keyforge stopped getting made last year because apparently Asmodee lost the ability to make new decks.
Yeah, which is kind of a not awesome.
Yeah, not great.
Funny story, I'm sure somewhere out there if someone would be willing to tell it though.
They said they would be relaunching the game at some point. Instead, we found out yesterday that the founder of FFG, who FFG merged with Asmodee, and then he since left that company. Christian T. Peterson bought back Keyforge. One of his companies acquired it back.
The strangest star.
Yeah, that's right. Strange Stars, who owns Galaxy. What's the Galaxy?
Ghost Galaxy.
Ghost Galaxy Games. Yeah. There it is. GGG.
Yeah.
And they're going to be bringing Keyforge back. So that this unique space is going to it's going to have more than one contender.
That's right. Nothing's unique. Eventually, nothing's unique anymore. It's all just derivative of the same thing. This is interesting. So there's some interesting things happening here, Zach. Did you mess with anything?
I messed with nothing.
Or did we get a factory?
So one thing I noticed is
error.
I've got 10 greens and 6 red dice.
Yeah. Anyone out there with Kickstarter stuff have any anomalies either?
Let's see what the box says.
That's worth noting. Maybe you need more green dice. Do you though? Why would you need that? I don't understand.
Well, the box says nothing about the dice.
We've got a million D10s lying around, so it doesn't matter. But okay, Mutton Chop asking, do you know if the booster boxes of 16 decks would be available at the same time as the starter decks? That is our belief. Yes. Now, all of the retail stuff happens all at once.
That said, that's one of the many reasons that we do not merge subscriptions with other things. Because if either of those things are available for us to send to you, if you've signed up or pre-ordered the starter, we want to be able to send them. And so technically, if the material for the starters showed up early, we would ship those out as soon as we get permission to do so from the publisher. Same thing with the displays. If they show up and the starters are stuck on a boat somewhere and they're like, hey, you're good to send it, those are off to the races and people
there they go. So apparently, Zach, you actually got more than normal. You're supposed to have 5 red per the Kickstarter and 10 green.
I'm always a little lucky.
You got a bonus egg.
Yeah, a bonus egg.
Look at that. So apparently you set your health with the green dice, and then that leaves you 5 dice, and then they gave you extra health dice because apparently that changes more often. And it seems like they did the same thing with the cards. They gave you more health cards.
More often because you take damage.
Yeah.
But then, a lot of times your attack is what it is, and then it...
What is strange for me with these cards, though, is I don't think, with the little cards, I only have plus attacks. I don't have minus attacks. And I think there are cards in the game that say get minus X attack, right?
Oh, there definitely is. No minus attack either.
No, which means I can't have my attack lowered.
Well, I do think that's what
and see, that's the because we do have minus 10, minus 5 on the back of these guys.
Minus 5, minus 10.
But that's health.
Oh, yeah.
These are plus 2, plus 4.
I wasn't
Which just goes to show you, I'm probably just using dice again today.
Yeah,
I think I've just decided already. So that was a good idea for a second, yeah.
Now, check this out. I want to just really revel in this for a minute. So each deck comes with a Forgeborn. This one here is Sunder.
This here?
This here. And then when you pair two decks together, you essentially get to choose which Forgeborn you want to use when you go into a game, which is really cool. But on the back, you have the deck list with rarity symbols that I understand when I read the list of how they work, and then I don't understand anymore. So someday I'll remember that. You have a QR code that you can scan. I've already scanned it. So if you scan this on your screen, it should pull up the deck, actually. I don't know if I'd be curious if anyone is willing, if you're watching on screen.
We'd have to pull it up and focus it in, yeah? Do you want to try? I can try.
I just want to see.
I'll get up here on the old folly chair.
Don't folly.
I mean, eventually I'm going to, and as long as I don't injure myself dramatically, it will be a hilarious moment for the stream. Get it really close up here.
All right, here's my red deck.
Here's my red deck. Is that? Oh, there we go. Boom.
So if you want to scan it,
snap in.
If you want to scan it, I'm gonna bring the other ones up too. If you want to see the list that we're working with here. But you can see like what's on the card and the name of the deck. It's got a unique name. This deck is called the Circular Eluding Princesses.
Wait, can we just pull that up with like a pop or something?
I don't know. Did we
do
do that?
We have those cards in it.
That'd be smart.
Jonathan, you can text me if we can. There's that. Robert looking at me right now like, what is going on that stream?
This one's called...
Did you do the thing?
Yeah, this one's called The Risking Conspiracies Brains.
Well, apropos.
The next one is The Warriors of Wagyu.
Oh, are we back? Are you coming?
Hold on, I got two more. I'm just getting them all in case anyone wants to be out there.
The Warriors of Wagyu.
The Warriors of Wagyu.
Make a good steak. I'm way funnier up here. my humor increases with my elevation.
Look at that. There we go. And these are all numbered because they're like Kickstarter versions. This is Unique Deck 2,733 Kickstarter set. It's called the Storing Jetpacks Outfit. It's like a gang or a band. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, we're never sure, are we? Okay.
And this is really cool. So Scott, yeah, I did actually check this. So if we pull up some cards, like I have this Pyromantic Prophet.
What level? All of them? You just want to look at all
of them? Yeah. But on the bottom right of this card, I don't think it'll actually show in the pop because it's a unique piece of the image. But it's the first time this was ever printed.
Wait.
It's number one. See it?
Wow.
And it's because...
That's kind of
see how it's got this icon back there?
Yeah.
That's the blue icon.
Oh.
So it's ported in from blue into a red deck. And so it was the first time that card ever did that.
I love that.
Which is cool.
I love that
like
very
that's
much.
Just cool. And plus, it's a really cool card.
That's...
Let me see. I'm just making sure
so
that doesn't change.
Cool.
Yeah, just like, look at this guy.
Pyromantic Prophet. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Can I see his level 3 version? This is a great little tempo card. Oh, wait, I have it right here. 813. 3 damage. Level 2. And then does he kill a creature when he comes in on level 3?
Oh, sorry.
It's gold for a reason.
I deal 5 damage.
5 damage, okay. Love it.
Anyways,
cool.
That's just a cool... It's a weird little addition that it doesn't seem like it would matter, but it's just kind of fun that they can do that.
They're doing such cool things, man. This algorithm's on fire, dude.
And then you basically get, for each deck, they have 10 cards for each level. So like you get a level 1, 2, and 3 of the Combat War Stoker, as an example. Like that. Pretty standard. That's how this works. And
I'm excited, dude. Can we play already?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So what we're planning on doing is Steve and I are each going to have today
I'm going to start with blue, and I'm going to go into an anchor.
An anchor deck. I'm going to start with red. You're going to start with blue. And then we're basically going to play 2 games. So one of the games I'm going to pair with green, and one of the games I'm going to pair with purple. You're going to do the opposite. Kind of just showing what you can do with even just a single starter for SolForge. And then I think the goal is to come back next week and basically play the pairings we didn't get to play this week, which I think is just this pairing and this pairing.
Yeah, I think that's right. So that's 6 decks, 6 combinations, 4 half decks.
6 different ways to combine these decks.
And then if you add 4 more decks, I think it goes crazy.
Well, so a
Does it go to
display of
16?
16 was 96 combinations or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
The price of the booster box.
Yeah, it was $96. So someone's like, oh, it's convenient that it's $1 per combination.
$1 per combination.
Yeah. Which shows you like the
like Subway.
comparison to Keyforge. And I'm curious if Keyforge changes this going into round 2. But that one decision of combining 2 decks means a display of 16 Keyforge decks would just be 16 decks. Mm-hmm. But a single display of SolForge is 96 possible decks.
Yeah, it's infinite fun. That's what they should do. They can have that one for free. A little marketing tip there.
Yeah, that's
96
pops,
decks,
by the way. Marketing
infinite
tip.
fun.
Yeah, clip it.
Less than a hundo. What's it? It's about $100 just to drive to the movie theater anymore.
So
I can't even use that example anymore because we don't even go to the movie theater anymore.
I'm going to be honest. I go to the movies.
Yeah.
I like going to the movies.
But you're also now old.
I am.
I mean, is there even does a 15-year-old even think about the movie theater right now? Unless they have old parents that force it on them.
I will say.
Did the kids go see movies together and get shakes at, Hobby Lobby or wherever they go?
Hobby Lobby.
It's just old people stuff. I don't know.
Kids definitely don't go to Hobby Lobby.
They don't even know what a Hobby Lobby is, right?
No, probably not.
They don't even have hobbies.
They just have lobbies. Like in their, when they're on the online games doing the streams.
The kids don't have hobbies anymore.
They just got the lobbies.
They just sit on the TikTok all day.
You know what? Here's a question of the day before we get into this thing. I would like to know, you don't have to say your actual age, but what decade are you in, right? 10s, 20s, teens, I guess, 30s, 40s. I want to know.
Yeah, it's funny.
Is anyone out there watching who is not under 30s? I want the under 30s.
Yeah, under 30.
Comment.
Let's hear it for under 30s. Also, apparently, of course, like all people older than other people, we're wrong about basically everything when we talk about younger generations. I read a really great piece the other day about how actually the movement right now is away from internet. It's into anonymity again. Mm-hmm. So nobody wants to have their stuff displayed all over the internet. They don't want social profiles. They don't want that to be known. And it's a lot of in-person engagement, interaction, meetups, old-fashioned stuff. It's like, yeah, okay. It's just a cycle, man. It's just a cycle.
I've seen bell bottoms coming back. Everything is a cycle.
Yeah.
Literally, the wheel keeps turning.
Yeah.
But I will say, one thing that I've seen a lot of the generations above me interacting, they classify anyone younger than them as a millennial.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like 19-year-olds right now are not millennials.
Yeah, true.
That's not how this works.
True.
And we're also not kids anymore. Like millennials aren't 18-year-olds, which in their brain, millennials are 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Anyways, look at this.
Yeah, but we're not out of touch though.
Under 30 showing up here. Loose Leaf T says, sup, under 30. Cody says, under 30 here. Totally Random Studios, under 30 here. Tor, under 30 for 2 months. Dan, under 30 gang. Look at that. It's a whole audience.
Yeah, I love that.
Mutton Trap coming in at 60. That's right. Up? I love that.
Jerry coming in at 51. Look at us all having a great time together. That's what it's about. That's why this hobby is so awesome.
The fact that there's anything that a 25-year-old and a 60-year-old
can do together.
Do at the same, like enjoy, and do it at the same time. And Frank over here turning 50 tomorrow. That's amazing. Congratulations.
A 60-year-old
of a century.
60-year-old and a 20-year-old can watch a live stream of 35-year-olds playing a game that is a form that is thousands of years old.
Yeah.
Maybe millions.
Crazy.
Rocks and caves. I don't know how it all went.
What up, David?
Yeah, cheers, everybody. Well, this has been fun already.
Okay, so you're the kind of person that likes to spread out the deck and figure out what you're doing.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, you want purple or green first? Don't care. We're doing
blue,
both.
Green is standard. That's what you'd expect people to like me. I think people who like blue are also going to be more inclined to like green. I think people who like red are more inclined to like purple because you have people who like playing the game and people who are degenerate. And so that's kind of where the line is, right?
I'm going to be honest. So I think my favorite combinations are going to be red-green in the end.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this on the way in today.
What color does that make? Purple?
No, red and blue makes purple. Red and green makes orange.
There you go. Makes sense. You think red and then you...
But I was thinking back to the Monpok days, right? Mm-hmm. And how it correlates to Flesh and Blood. And we'll come back to this in a second. but I was like, oh, like why did I like Sky Sentinel, right? And in my brain, it was like he's kind of like the Bravo of Fab.
He was unfair, if that's what you mean.
Like just like fundamental value.
Yeah.
Like and like hard to hit and like hard to kill.
Yeah.
Like just like
hard to hit, hard to kill, tons of damage, tons of reach.
All the things.
Yeah.
But that whole faction to me feels like Guardian.
Yeah.
Whatever they were called.
Yeah, the Guard. Guard.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there.
Yeah.
Then secondarily, it was like, okay, then I think about the elemental I played was Tectonic. Mm-hmm. So he was Earth, right? Immediately, there's your connection with the Earth. Then thinking through Flesh and Blood, it's like, oh, that's Briar. I've been on Earthbriar since day one.
Yeah.
Then I was like, all right, what about, where does Viscerai fit in? And then that's King Kondo. 100%
totally.
of that group. So I was like, oh, it's kind of all the same. Like I've been into the same stuff all along. Yeah. These three being the exact same three that you would expect.
And my thing, actually, I mean, there's a lot of good jokes there. Like, I pulled that faction out of the dumpster. Everybody said it was impossible. And that's the psychological profile. But more than anything, it's adaptability.
Yeah.
I like the ability to adapt and overcome whatever your deck is trying to do, which is why I like Quosha. That's why I like the idea of mid-range decks. They just don't work.
In Fab.
What is that noise?
It sounds like someone winning a game.
Is that a Jonathan noise?
Which makes sense, but it's also like I like presenting the threat.
Yeah.
And you like being able to adjust to the threat, which works.
Outsmarting the threat.
Interesting games.
Except most games don't allow you to do that very well for good reasons. Because if you have decks that are too good at responding to any possible threat, then they will never lose.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to look at my Forge Worn real quick. So first is Sunder. Stage 2 ability here. So the way, we'll get into the gameplay in a second. But
we got Shadow in the chat too.
Basically, what up? Every time you go through your deck, so we'll have 3 turns. 5-card hand is turn 1. We both play it back and forth 3 times. Then we'll shuffle our discard pile into our deck, and we're on the second cycle. So, like, if we're looking at Sunder, does that pull up? Can we verify it's pulling up?
Yeah, we
it should be the only Sunder in the system.
Yeah. Right now, at least.
Yeah, there it is. So you see the Roman numeral 2 icon next to that first ability. So I can't use that ability until the second cycle.
Yeah.
Through the deck. So the third one on the third cycle and the fourth one on the fourth cycle. And then if you get through the 5th cycle, game's over, no matter what. So my level 2 ability is play up to 2 Spell Sprite minions. That's pretty good. Let me look at them.
I want to cut to a couple of comments here, just to, of course, take the wind out of your sails. But Chris Malabar and then earlier, who was it? Both have now referenced the idea of Moneyball decks. That was from literally yesterday, I think.
The terminology has stuck.
I wanted to get to this too while I'm scrolling back through the chats. I Play Purple, Derek said, still loving the stream. Also still bummed I didn't say hello to Zach at Disneyland. Did he see you? Did he tell you after the fact?
He sent me a text on our community app, and he was like, I'm pretty sure I just saw you at Disneyland. And then I was like, you probably definitely did, because I'm at Disneyland right
now. Very likely.
Yeah, I was like, hey, if you see me again, definitely say hi.
Feel free to continue on your... Oh, here it is. Torres88 as well, of course, you could forget. How does your Moneyball brain deal with randomly generated decks? It actually... That's why sealed and stuff is so exciting to me, because I don't have to flex it as much. I can just make in-the-moment value plays. But I will say, in most games, you get away with that. In this game, you actually really need to look at your level 3s, and you need to figure out what your final game plan is.
Yeah. I think... In a lot of games, there he goes. I knew he could not do it. In a lot, like Fab Sealed, I think you can make turn-by-turn Moneyball plays.
Yeah.
Which is just make the best value exchange. But this game, it'll run away from you. Like there was one stream where we were playing this, and you were making better exchanges. But I was building to the end game state where I had all the zombies with aggressive in the front row and it was just like I killed you in one turn.
There's a big moment in the end.
And that can definitely happen. So anyways, I'm going to go back to examining just my Forgeborn because I'm not a degenerate like other people. But
we just accuse each other of that.
Level 2, summon the Swarm, play up to 2 spell sprites. So that's fine. Gathering Storm, level 3, when you play a spell this turn, deal 5 damage to a creature. Oh, that'd be twice.
And this is on Sunder? Your hero's called Sunder?
I'm not sure if I'm picking Sunder or not. And then the last ability is play a spell for free. Free is a big word. It's an important keyword here.
Oh, that's really good. So now we get to see what kind of spells you can play.
Yeah. Cersei has Death Touch. Destroy a level 1 creature once she hits stage 2. That's pretty good. Army Commander on level 3. Upgrade up to 2 cards in your discard pile. Then return 1 to your hand. That's really powerful. And then Life Drain, the final ability. Deal 8 to a creature. You gain 8 life.
No, that's not great. I mean, it's fine, but it's not like play a spell for free.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get to stage 4.
I'm not gonna let you get to stage 4.
It's not even gonna be close. I want to pick Cersei. Well, boom. I need to see nothing else about my deck. Chris asked me if I went on Rise of Resistance. I did. So the estimate on the line for when we got in line was 45 minutes, and it took us like 2 hours and 15 minutes in line outside. It was hot.
Oh my gosh.
But the ride was incredible.
All right, I'm not gonna say or do anything. Oh my goodness. Dude, you see these level 3 cards and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you've seen the light.
This has a ton of stuff that just replaces your stuff with wisps.
I can work with wisps.
And a ton of oak fathers. Okay, well let's see if we got any synergies over here. I won't be sharing with you out there on the stream. This one's all for me. Oh my gosh, look at this. Charge-plated Justicar, level 3. The flavor text here is Deliver Justice.
I do like that idea.
It's a 28-25, that's all it is.
That's a beefy boy.
It's real beefy.
That is a beefy boy.
Yeah, okay, and then...
Shadow says, SolForge is a level 3 card. They're designed to end games.
Energy Prison, level 3. Give a creature -15 and then upgrade a card in your hand. What does that mean? Do I just immediately take another version and put it in the discard pile? Or do I put it in my hand?
I think you upgrade it in hand.
No way.
I think so, man.
And it stays, so like if I have a level 2 something, it becomes a level 3 something in my hand.
I do believe.
I got the keyword here, but there's not an upgrade keyword. That's the one we're supposed to know because we're reading the rule book.
Since we're going to play a couple of games with these, I'm going to sleeve these bad boys up.
Thank you.
Yeah. And these are real decks now.
Yeah, right. You got to care about them.
Got to protect them. I got a number 1 in here. I mean, come on. I got a case. You can put that in a case and get it framed. Just kidding.
When this damages a player, upgrade a card in your hand.
What's the name of it? Oh
my gosh. Venerable Drone level 3? Shut the front door on this.
Have you seen the Undeady? I love the Undeady. I saw that card, I giggled.
That thing looks awesome. It looks like that old, you remember that old Christmas claymation thing that was kind of creepy? And they had the Yeti in it? Does that ring a bell at all? Yeah, I don't know. The Bunn family may not have been big on it. It's like,
what was the name of that?
Look at this Venerable Drone.
Definitely think I saw it.
Stealth. If it damages a player, upgrade something in my hand, play it for free. Whoa.
Giggity, giggity. That art's cool, too.
Upgraded cards stay where they were. Wow. Wow, dude. Okay, so I need Venerable Drone. I'm going to play an upgrade from hand deck, basically, is what I'm looking at.
Sounds fair.
Venerable Drone. And this other one. Energy Prison. Okay, cool. Done. And then I got to choose my hero. So I'm looking at this first deck is the Warriors of Wegu.
Does that pop something?
Maybe. I'm just going to give our robot as much information as I can. Right, it's great. It gives you a lot of information.
A lot of data.
I've got Oros here. Level 2, give creatures +3 health and gain 3 health. That
the movie was Rudolph the Reindeer.
Okay, right on.
Definitely saw that.
Then we have Darkforge Drain. Give a creature +2 attack and life for each spell in your banish pile.
Play a bunch of spells. That could be a beefy.
What's my banish pile?
The stuff you play that doesn't go to discard because it's been upgraded. So you would want, obviously it's the stage 3 ability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so naturally you're going to have played a lot.
A lot of spells.
If you have a lot of spells in the decks, right?
Well, let's look at my partner because I assume that there's going to be a lot in the other one.
I've seen some deck lists online that people post and it's like 6 spells, 4 creatures in the 10.
3 spells.
And some are down to
on the pair.
Like 1 or 2 spells.
And then 1, 2, 3. 3 spells on this. So I'm not going to go with this Phoenixborn or whatever this thing is. Forgeborn yet. Barkskin, level 4. Give up to 2 of your creatures 12 armor. All right, Oris, fine. Not lighting me on fire here. Let's look at Steel Rosetta here on the Storing Jetpacks outfit. Choose a creature. If it is replaced this turn, you may reanimate it. That's fantastic.
Like, if I've done all but like 1 damage to something, you replace it, upgrade something, get it back at full health. Or if it has like a come into play effect.
Play a Mega Gizmo minion level 3. That's always going to be great. Oh, and I have some synergy in here with that. How about Steel Eye Researcher, level 3, or any level, I imagine. When you play a minion, give it +5/+5. So that's good synergy there. And then Inspire, this has the level 4 ability of your unused Forgeborn.
I love that.
Wow, so it has Barkskin.
Yeah.
Give up to 2 creatures, 12 armor. Okay. I'm going to play Steel Rosetta. We're going to sleeve these up. Got my keyword, got my forge. And let's do it. Let's play some SolForge, man. Real SolForge.
You have some clear sleeves over there? It's okay if you don't.
Well, I hope it's okay. What are you gonna do? You can check in the sleeve bin.
Found it.
Well, that didn't last long. Oh man, I'm just walking the dog in these sleeves over here. There we go. Botanimate. Botanimate? Botanimate.
Sounds right. Shadow says, did you guys get exactly 1 starter? Yeah, we did. I was talking about that.
Zach's personal collection got 1 starter. I think we are getting some extra product being sent for marketing purposes for here on the stream. So
can you imagine how many streams we're going to have to do to play every combination?
Hopefully we've got like a booster box. 96 streams coming up.
Man, that's a good deal for the publisher.
Yeah, it's like, and it's
1
like
box is 96 streams worth of value.
We could make some kind of a 96 tiers reference or something, you know, like we could maybe finally turn the channel into a satirical tabletop gaming song channel, which we've been wanting to do for a very long time.
We've been dreaming of it since the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be a cool. This is insane, but imagine if there was a marathon stream that was like, we're gonna play all 96. It's really 48 games because 2 of them get played every time.
48 games. And
take about 24 hours, if I had to guess.
And we would need 96 new subscriptions. We play 96 games, or 96 decks, combinations, if you will. We try to raise 96 new subscribers. I don't know. I'm trying to make money here, dude.
It all works out in the end.
Yeah. Well, we were saying that for 15 years, and it has almost actually come true.
That'd be funny. We could literally play every combination, and when a pair loses, those 2 decks get eliminated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. It all works out in the end. As you're buying a single egg from Robert. Hits different in that moment.
Yeah. It's going to be $3. What?
It's at least 60 cents for this egg. Like, I need the money, man. You know, the problem with this game for me is that I will not be able to do any given turn without maximizing that particular turn. And then I will be in an end game with a total potato salad. Yeah. And I will lose. And we're about to watch it happen.
You'll get used to it.
I'm used to losing.
We saw that on a couple streams where it's like I said, you were making the value exchanges turn by turn.
Yeah. Nobody loves mid-range anymore, man.
And then all of a sudden I was like, here's 40 unblockable damage all of a sudden.
Look at my combo deck. Yeah. I put it together. Exodia. Is that the thing? Exodia? Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh thing?
Yeah, symbol Exodia, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Mutton Chocolate. So, like, when I backed the Kickstarter, I thought retail would be 2 to 4 weeks behind. So, I was planning on going full Monty on the retail release.
I need 2 sleeves if you would.
Now there's a larger gap between the 2, which is fine. We'll make it work.
I'm gonna sleeve this in blue, and it's gonna look awesome.
You know, if we happen to get more to feature on the stream, that'd be great.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, if I had it to do over again, I would buy a lot more of the Kickstarter decks. Would have been.
No way, man. Just wait for the subscription. It all evens out in the end. You know, in the grand scheme of the 45, maybe 50 years you have left on this earth, what is a month?
It could be the only month.
It's true. And I wouldn't dare have it without SolForge Fusion decks, man.
That's right. My as my favorite GIF of all time says, Porque dos.
Porque dos.
Why not both, man? Why not both? I could have had the Kickstarter decks and also the subscription to the moon.
That's right.
It's a little terrifying, honestly, because I realized, I talked about this last time. One display is 4 red decks. It was like 4 red decks is not enough red decks. I need probably at least 20 of those things. But anyways, there'll be second set and third set, and who knows? Will red even be in that set? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll go around the color wheel a little bit.
Can you imagine if there are colors we haven't seen yet? Get out of town. Oh my God.
Like ever?
Like orange, pink, clear.
Clear, yeah, everyone's favorite color.
That's
Talk
for
about
you, John.
degenerate,
That's
man.
for you, John.
Okay, I've got my level.
David says, gotta love that philosophical sales pitch from Steven. Juicy, asking what game is this? SolForge Fusion. This is the perfect time for you to be walking into the room. If you're familiar with KeyForge, it uses a similar unique deck system. One unique difference between this and KeyForge is that you actually fuse 2 decks together to form one. So unlike KeyForge, where you buy a deck and that is what it is, you actually combine them. And obviously that 1 point of agency or player choice makes every deck possibly totally good with some pairing out there. I love that idea.
Kind of a mouthful there. Okay, so I'm going to keep a Forge.
You want to hand me one of those?
You can have a Forge as well. I'm going to put it next to my Phoenix Morning. You know, John, I think I was talking to John the other day. He thinks he gets an unfair shake about that clear color comment.
Of course he does.
It wouldn't be a ribbing if it were fair. Don't you know how friendship works?
Yeah, I mean, you just take a little misstep and you turn it into like...
Next 30 years.
Yeah, you can't ever live it down, man.
I'm definitely calling Rafe corn dog from now on.
100%.
I will not relent.
You can't have a man wearing a corn dog around his neck and not be called corn dog. He's asking for it. Jamie, I'm jealous, saying I received my Kickstarter yesterday. Premium starter and 16 boosters.
Ooh.
Wait, is a booster 4 decks?
16 4-deck booster boxes is what was purchased? That's Bugatti.
If there were a class system of SolForge players, he'd be at the top.
He's officially SolForge fusioning. Okay, so now we draw...
Evens around.
5, yeah.
Even, Steven.
Thank you.
It was even.
All right, and I choose first or second. What's the downside or upside? Play the second cycle first and the first cycle second, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a flippy floppy. So your level 2 ability is like really good. Maybe you want to get access to that early.
I mean, the level 3 cards are presumably the game-ending cards. So I feel like the advantage is going first because you get to go first on level 3. But also, maybe it's the opposite of that. Maybe you want to go second on level 3 because you can get the last play.
Yeah.
To play like a really powerful thing. So, you know what? Going second is probably the best.
And you also might have reactive. It depends on the deck, too. Like the decks might have reactive stuff that require their creatures to be on the board for you to get maximum value.
Max value.
I'm going to go first, randomly.
Okay. Thomas saying, hey guys, SolForge seems super cool. What's the best way to get on now that I missed the Kickstarter? So you can play right now on like TTS. Obviously, finding people you know that have decks is great too. But the best way to get in, we have starters for pre-order on the website. I'll link to those in a second. And they include a starter deck and a playmat. So that's exactly what we're playing with here, basically. A starter deck, 4 different decks that you can fuse in 6 different ways. If you really are into it, though, like if you watch some videos and know you're going to dig the game, we also have a subscription for SolForge Fusion that comes with there's boosted displays, which are 4 boxes. And in each box is 4 decks. So a display comes with 16 decks, and there are 96 ways to combine those 16 decks, which is super cool. And that's pretty good, just like, depends on where you're at and how committed you're already getting in. But I think that gives you a pretty good variety of decks to explore. And then if you know you're going to be obsessed with this thing, you know, take that as far as you'd like.
I need my lines back. We lost the lines because we lost our monitor on OBS. That's not bad. Here's some lanes. Look at that. That's kind of cool, right? You can do it with like dragon tears and stuff. Well, we used to be able to monitor it in OBS directly, but now we got the delay as it is. And so the monitor is through this other thing, which doesn't have lines. We could make it happen, though. I'm sure Jonathan's
some big brains on it.
Thinking about that.
Okay, so we each draw 5. Were you want to record anything today?
No.
Okay.
No, I think we'll get a better plan for that before we start in on it.
You said you're going first.
Yeah, I'll go first. Sure. Yeah. Can I see a Wisp minion card, please?
They're all here.
Okay. A Wisp minion.
Jamie, I don't even know what a legendary creature is. Michael asking if people are playing via webcam on Discord, on our Discord channel. I'm not able to look while I'm here at work. It's very easy to play this game over webcam, and so people are obviously welcome to do that. Whether or not we're going to have an official like league or something like that, to be determined.
Okay. So these cards don't matter yet. So I got 2 plays here. 2 plays. It's funny. Okay, value. I see that 6 is kind of the magic number here. Cause you some problems. Okay, well, you know what? We'll give you a little taste of something here. Do you still know where you like to play as the first creature? Is there any magic there?
I mean, mobility and then like AoE effects. Like there are some like do 2 to this thing and 2 to its neighbors kind of a thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play a combat druid level 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows me to play a wisp minion.
That's just good value.
I'm telling you, I can't not do it.
You're just value, man.
I'm a value man. Call me the quarter pounder with cheese. If Rafe's the corn dog, I'm the double cheese.
Right.
I think it's still only like $1.30.
Let's play the level 1 Pyromantic Prophet. Deploy, I can deal 2 damage to a creature. I'm gonna let you guess which one I'm doing 2 damage to.
Is it the wisp?
It's definitely the wisp, yeah. So when you play a card, like I played the level 1 Pyromantic Prophet, number 1, by the way, in the corner here.
What is this? It's a 2/7 that destroys my thing?
He's in the number 1, dude. He's the best.
This is horrible for me.
So when you play it, I get the level 2 Pyromantic Prophet out. This is actually a card that goes in my discard pile. And then when this is destroyed, it'll go to my banish zone. But after we do 3 turns, where we each get to play basically 2 cards, we'll shuffle a discard pile with whatever cards are left. And that's the second cycle of the decks. And so any cards you're playing are the ones that are getting upgraded. That's what's going to be in your deck in the future. And usually when you do the upgraded cards, they get better.
And he comes down, right?
Yeah.
He comes in at the defensive spot.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and load him up.
Yeah, I'll do that too. That's, I feel like that was good value.
My play?
Yeah.
Yeah. We start at 50 health, right?
So we just traded. You end up with a 2/7. I end up with a 3/3.
It's a hard knocks life, isn't it?
That's horrible, dude. That's like the exact answer to what I just did. Why do you always do that? Did you seed these decks? Did you study them out last night? And you were like, dude, I'm gonna if he goes green blue,
I'm gonna be honest.
He's gonna play the combat druid, and I'm gonna have this prophet that can perfectly answer that.
I registered the decks online, hopped onto TTS. That's all I've been doing since last Thursday.
Yeah, just been jamming these games.
I'm a SolForge god. No, dude, goodness. you set him up and I knocked him down.
Yeah. Now the other thing, do you try to get value on the board, or do you start upgrading some cards?
I mean, these cards are so potatoes weak. I feel like you're upgrading right now. Brad asking if Forgeborn card abilities are unique. So they did this really cool. There's either 2 or 4 different abilities per Forgeborn that can show up at a layer. So like Cersei will have one of, I think, 2 abilities on her level 2, 1 of 2 abilities on her level 3, and 1 of 2 abilities on her level 4. And it might be 4 abilities instead. But yes, they are, I think, unique to that Forgeborn. And there's a mixture so that every copy of Cersei, as an example, is not just going to be the exact same abilities combined.
I like all the cards is the problem. I like them all. And so now I can't do anything that's any good. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to figure out what I might want to upgrade so that whenever I can maybe do something good.
Shadow confirming it's 4 abilities per level. So I think that with 3 different slots, how many combinations are possible in a single Forgeborn Shadow? Do you know? There it is. So there are 2 Forgeborn per faction, and each Forgeborn effectively has 24 different versions. That's crazy.
All right. Let's play an Armored Scavenger, level 1 over here.
2 attack, 4 health, 2 armor.
That's right. And I will go and get my level 2 version. He does have 2 armor. Watch out. You know how it's really fun in Flesh and Blood to like operate the game because you're moving your pitch stack and like it feels this way for this too. It's kind of nice. You get to touch the cards.
I really appreciate how not finicky the actual game is as well. I thought upgrading the cards would like trip me out, but it really hasn't. Dude, I just have the best things here. Venerable Slime, level 1, 7 attack, 5 health, 1 armor.
Why are your cards just better? I don't understand.
You picked green, dude.
Is this one of those purple decks that gets worse over time?
I'm certain.
Or is it just that you decided to have bigger numbers?
I do like that outlook.
751?
Yeah.
That adds up to 13. This adds up to 8.
Yeah. Well, let's check it out. What's your level 3 of that look like versus my Venerable Slime? I'm curious.
This is one of these get better over time things. It becomes a 14, 12, 6.
What's the total?
18, 32.
My total is 21.
There you go.
So it's better now.
Game solved.
Worse later. Look at that.
So you better rush me down or my stuff's going to get better.
Oh, Whitaker is saying, why potatoes weak? Potatoes are far from the weakest fruit vegetable. I agree. I love potatoes.
Yeah. It's easily mashed.
We always just, for some reason, bad hands in card games we call potatoes. Like I drew potatoes. And I think it's just because it's like not fancy or, you know, what you wanted, but it'll get you through if you have to make it work.
All right, are we done? You ready to fight?
Venerable, by the way, the keyword. It's really cool. It's another thing I do. Each card is also a fusion. So there's different additives, basically, that can go in front of this slime.
You have different slimes.
So the Venerable slime, Venerable is a keyword that means it starts strong and it's like upgrades under the curve down the road.
That's why your cards are literally better.
Yeah.
I was not wrong.
This thing, I don't know. He's just good.
He just showed up in the other faction. Now he's like, awesome.
So now we'll actually resolve. So you were the first player. My creatures come in the back row. Yours go in the front row.
Yeah.
Only creatures in the front row actually attack the opponent if they're unopposed. But there's a fight that resolves for each of these simultaneously. And
it's I think we resolve them left to right, but it kind of happens all at once. Yeah. I don't remember. So your 7 kills my 4 plus 2 armor is 6. Yeah. And then I do 2 to you. Yeah, and I have 1 armor, so I'll lose 1 health. And then I do 2 damage, you do 3. Yeah. We're still on the board, baby. Then we discard our hand and draw 5. And we flip the Forge card. And we're off to the races. Yeah, we need health too, huh? Yeah, what's our health? 50. 50? Yeah. Because technically this is a 10, but it looks like a 0, you know? Yeah, it's acceptable. So I'm going to make it happen. 50. All right, then you play first. I flip the Forge to you. Yeah, and when the Forge flips, these guys slide up to the front. I want to play all of these cards.
Yeah, they're good.
I like all of the cards. I could do this with this one deck 1,000 times. I feel like I'm just now even trying.
Yeah, it's good.
And then these gizmos make you awesome at replacing things. My gosh. Oh, man.
Okay, let's play Dr. Frankenbaum. He's 4 attack and 5 health. I like kind of announcing it and then putting the dice on as I'm doing it. Just keeping it tidy. When a creature is destroyed by this, you may play a mindless zombie minion in any lane.
So don't let that kill something.
Yeah, and we upgrade him to the discard pile. Shadow says active player resolves them any way they want, but none of the abilities do anything until all the combat damage has been dealt and guys have died. So it's all simultaneous, but you can kind of resolve it in whatever order. And there's not like any interrupts or that kind of stuff, which I love.
Oof. I want to play all the cards. Do you ever run into that? You have a problem with that?
Yeah. I mean, one of the cool things is you only typically play 2 cards out of a 5-card hand. So that's another thing compared to Keyforge, not to like keep slamming it, but it is an important difference. In Keyforge, you would name a house and like play any card in your hand from that house. So if you drew 6 shadow cards, you could play all 6. In this game, you don't get to play every card in your hand. So you're actively choosing what's getting upgraded and what's going on the table. And that means that if you have some utility cards in the deck, they're not just like a dead card you can't play when you're naming that house,
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
it's really nice. Talk about the silver bullet combo.
But it also means that sometimes you get 5 cards you want to play, and you got to make a choice. What up, Rafe in the chat? Hope you're doing well at home. Saying Dr. Frank, one of my favorite old cards.
All right, let's just get it over with. I'm gonna play a. Hold on, I need to do some math here real quick. 6, 5, 8. Sure, we'll try. I'm gonna play an energy prison here to give you -7. -7 attack. Hold on. I guess we'll play that here. -7 attack there.
He becomes a baby.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave him there forever.
Yeah, I mean, he's just.
And he's just a truly venerable slime. He's just aging. And then I'll upgrade a card in my hand and discard it. So it's gonna be the Charge Plated Justicar. This is cool because it's a 1/4 that turns into a 28/25
at the end.
But I don't have to waste the play here. So I'll upgrade it and then discard it.
It's in this stack, right? Or is this your gold stack?
I just have my 2s and 3s together. Okay.
David says, have you already shared your thoughts on Keyforge coming back? Too little, too late, given SolForge?
No, it's great. It's a great time.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Christian Peterson's, he cares as much about the game as needs to be cared about the game.
For it to be
just,
successful.
Just like Stoneblade cares almost exclusively about SolForge Fusion, Christian's going to care so much about Keyforge. And he was the one who had the idea. He really believes in it, and he's going to do what it takes. He's not bound by the pressures that a lot of the problems of Keyforge were bound by.
I also, I think they're very different games, very different IPs. Obviously, release, there's some similarities in the format, but I think it's a really good thing for Keyforge, honestly. I don't know that Asmodee actually had it in them to do it, to like the energy and cost of rebooting it properly and supporting it. And I think there's more than enough room in the tabletop gaming space for both those games to exist and be successful.
I think it's more likely that one player is playing both of them than a player is choosing one or the other. I think they're so easy. They're both easy to grab a deck and play them, right? So we've done it. We've resolved. And look at this. How cool is this? It's a 1/2. Look at the Charge Plated Justicar. Look at all the levels on this thing. How sick is this to be able to upgrade without having to play it? It goes to a 3/4 next, and then it goes to a 28/25.
That's insane.
Who's laughing now, Bun?
Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't have a destroy.
You just have like a destroy a thing. Yeah, you always do.
That's how I'm built. Okay.
Yeah, Jared, shout out to Dr. Garfield involved with creating both games. 100%.
Yeah, that's really amazing. You want to discard that card?
Oh, no, I want to leave it there.
Michael says, just what Steven said. I will be one of those playing both of these games. Yeah, I think it's great.
You notice the pace too when we sit down to play this? It's just like cool and fun and chill.
Yeah. And there's not like a lot of complicated board state to manage.
No.
I mean,
just cruising, man.
Yeah.
See what happens. Lose.
Okay. Well,
all the math here is really bad for me.
I want to play a level 1 Raging Lasher. Deploy, deal 3 damage to a creature. I'll hit that thing.
Why not, man? You're a rush deck.
Well, I am red. Red for rush.
Oof. This is not great. Well, there's only one play here. Now you can't bamboozler me here, right? You can't. You don't have instants or anything weird. If I put something here that will definitely not die, you can't suddenly make it die.
As far as I'm aware now, I'm not going to promise anything, but currently, based on what I know, that's not possible.
All right. So then,
Shadow saying love Keyforce.
I'll play a level 1 Voltaic Prophet.
Ooh.
Voltaic keyword, I'm guessing, means if a spell was played, you gain a benefit. Spell was played, he gets 3 armor. So he's going to 8 total health.
This turn.
He's got 6 attack. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So the Prophet will stand strong here at least.
Alrighty, we're going to resolve.
Yeah.
2 damage.
I'm going to go to 48.
3 damage.
I'm going to go to 45.
No damage.
Slime.
I do 4. You have 3 armor, so you'll take 1.
I'll take 1.
And you wipe me off the face of the planet.
That's right. Guy looks cool too. Look at this, like a Protoss character. I know you played a lot of StarCraft, so you'll get that reference.
Tons of it. I was sitting there thinking, like, where's my discard
too.
pile? And then I realized all the cards I played are still on the table.
Ready to discard our hand and do the thing?
Yep. Forge passes back to you. We draw 5.
And I'll slide my Prophet up. And I'm going first.
Wow.
Oh, this is activate, right? So I have to exhaust him to get the benefit, which I did.
Yeah, you're good.
Just a little shorthand already. Okay. I could do some damage control.
Do you remember what stealth does? Skips the front row.
Can't be blocked by
Back row.
anyone. I don't reckon. Is it just back row? I think it can't be blocked. Wait, it's right here. Hold on, we got the card. Stealth. The stealth ability. Does not engage in combat with creatures in the back row.
There it is.
Do we have that pop too? Look at that.
Boom. Look, I haven't seen that. That looks great.
Yeah, it's new stuff, man. This guy's amazing. What is wrong with this? How is this okay? Dude, I'm just gonna fill your board up with garbage. I have a deck that can do that.
That's one way to do it.
Huh.
I believe in you.
That's interesting. But then I guess I can't do anything either. But then I could just jam spells. This is just too funny not to do. And I'm first player here. Okay, so I know my second play, what I ultimately want to do.
David asking if our current Keyforge subscriptions will apply to the new product relaunch coming out. Presumably, but we'll definitely... Who knows?
We'll email people before anything happens.
There's a lot of stuff to be figured out before we get to that. Mark saying the keyword pop-ups for card games is so great. Yeah, some we're looking to do at most of these card games, right?
Oh, minion. Oh, you're fair now. Okay, I can replace an enemy minion with something. Not an enemy creature.
Yeah.
It's like, this is unbelievable.
Get a little nervous. You're a little too excited.
Okay, I'll play. Okay, I can do that, and then I'll give that a shot. Because you don't really have anything that impressive, but you might soon, Zach.
May well soon.
You might soon. Yeah, this game is so good because you don't want to put your threat on the board as your first play because your opponent can totally bamboozle you.
Yeah. Correct.
But let's start there. I'm going to play a Venerable Drone right here in the lobby. Stealth damages you. I upgrade a card in my hand and discard it.
Okay.
So don't let it happen.
7 life, 4 damage. 7 life, 4 damage. And you skip my back row, though.
That's right. That's the idea of the play there. Pressure's on.
So I need something with aggressive. Aggressive.
Or you need to do 7 damage.
Yeah, one of those two.
I'm sitting on a drone. What's that? Is that what you mean, Brian? The one I just played? Mark Hasser, having keyword pop-ups from card game streams is so great. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Jonathan, you can take that one to the bank.
Right to the bank.
David's saying the art looks a bit different, much nicer, IMO. I think it's just all better quality across the board. The cards look better. And I think even the retail printing is going to look better than the Kickstarter printing. I'm not sure that that's true.
I think it is explicitly true.
But it should be like super good cardstock and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, Shadow giving me the juice here. It doesn't matter who plays a spell. So if you play a spell right now, I can activate him and give him 3 armor. I dare you. Play a spell, deal with this, I get armor. Come on, Zach. May as well pack the cards up. I'm going home. You guys have friends that you play games with that are like me? You know, like just incessantly...
Unbearable.
That's a clippable moment.
This is something. I think if I do that.
Now you're having to think, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Nixon says, yes, all caps.
Combat War Stoker. Here.
8-4.
Big red numbers.
So we'll kill each other.
White fur, blue flame. Dave says, I think I am that friend. David says, there's no one like you, Steven.
Oh, that's very nice.
Michael says I like that, but doesn't hold a candle compared to you.
You're more unbearable than anybody could believe.
You're the most unbearable person I watch. Yeah, here we are. You must not be too unbearable.
I guess not. I just don't like these trades, man. I don't like these trades that I'm making. I can present additional problems, but, you know, don't you have the overwhelming sense you're going to try to get rid of this guy?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, come on. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it.
Lebowski knows it.
Everybody knows it.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. Not gonna swing. Okay, so you have a plan. You got a plan for this drone. You got to have a plan for this drone.
Shadow says the War Stoker's in the bag. Zach just gets excited and tosses everything to the side. I'm an aggro player, man. I'm looking for that deck with all the creatures that have aggressive printed on them, so I don't have to play any to the back row ever.
Yeah, that 8 is a problem because otherwise I could get you with that armor.
Yeah, it really do be like that though.
I can't just leak damage. I'm leaking, man. I'm a leaky ship over here.
At least this guy's not doing nothing.
Nothing. That slime remains.
But you can override a creature at any time, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just asking for a friend.
I think so. Should we just provide a new problem? You haven't played any minions yet. Are you gonna do that? Any of your cards over there doing that?
I had some zombie stuff earlier.
You need to have some zombie stuffs in you.
Dr. Frankenbaum, you hadn't blown him up.
He's just little weenies.
They're mid-tier weenies.
Okay.
Game's great, dude.
It's so hard. It's so hard. Okay, so we can play this, and then we can do this. It's really, if you just give it time to breathe, there's a lot to think about in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I only have a few other scientists, so this is probably not a lot of long-term value for me, so let's just mark that off the list. We can stop the leaks here a little bit. Buy us some time. This is kind of a kill your car situation here for me on this, which should be nice. And that would give us some long-term value. I kind of just like that play. I don't like this wisp thing. Or I could gain some health and try to take it into the late game where I feel like maybe I'll have an advantage.
I definitely don't think the late game favors me.
And then I can look at my level 3s here and see just what am I getting into if I go here. Yeah. That's just a lot of value there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna play a stampeding polymorpher over here. It's a 7/3. It has breakthrough, so its damage will apply to your face past the defense of your creature. And when I deploy it, I can replace one of your minions with a wisp. However, you do not have any minions. And wisps are about as good as any minions you might have. But late game, you can imagine he starts doing more.
Could be really good.
So hopefully you can deal with all these threats. Nathan Bradley. What's up, Nathan? It's good to see your name in the chat there. I assume it's the same Nathan Bradley I know. I can't even stand myself sometimes. You in a pickle?
Nah. I want to play a Portal Shade here.
Oh.
5 attack, 3 health, stealth. Activate, destroy this to give a creature +5. I'm going to activate.
Nice.
Destroy this, +5. Then there's more. I'm going to play an Undeady. It's aggressive. If I have a creature with decreased life, which I do, I can play it for free.
No, that's good.
And he's aggressive?
Yeah, so you get to cover up the thing. You had the moment. You had what he needed.
Need to find my Undeady. Alright. Then we go to resolution.
Alright. These things kill each other?
Yeah.
You take 3 damage from breakthrough. Yeah. Banish pile. 4 to your 2, and then I take 2.
Mm-hmm.
The threat remains.
I do 8, you do 6.
Gone. I'll take 3.
Yeah. And then take a whopping 0.
That's right. 42, 47, coming down the line.
Let me discard.
Bring it on down the line.
You should have 5 cards in your discard pile.
Send it on down. More than 5, I hope. 1, 2, 3. Your actual deck. Right, let's check it out.
I should have
1, 2,
20.
3, 4, 5. Boom. I've got him. Then I take my discard pile. I take my unspent cards. I add them together and shuffle.
Should be 20.
And we're back, baby.
And this flips to me.
Yeah, you got the forge. Okay. 'Tis me, the ghost of Games Path. Tabletop Royale, is there some sort of software used to display the keywords cards on voice? Yes, there is. We built it. We the company built it.
That's we.
Through the time and energy of specific employees. Which, it's important not to recognize any individuals for the benefit of the whole.
That's right. The group.
Even if they're on stream.
Like all those individuals.
That's why you don't know Zach and I's name.
A grueling work day yesterday. Okay. Over me. I'm going to draw 5.
Some big brain designer production guy out there.
Yeah, who can imagine?
Taylor, how do we license that from you? We've been talking about that, actually. I don't know that it's licensable. That's the biggest problem. Yeah. It's a combination of a lot of technologies that are not ours. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I like these twins.
Oh, let's play a Raging Lasher, stage 2. Deal 5 damage there.
That's what it does?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Where's the level 3? There he is. Yeah, it's a good card. That's this guy that I played. But he's back.
You can have another one already?
Yeah. Stage 2. Jamie, the SolForge version of Keyforge Maverick. What is that called? I have one in this deck, actually. Game and Tech says, I wish that software could be applied to webcam fab tournaments.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Shadow's saying that Raging Lasher does damage equal to its attack to something when it comes into play. And Raging is what makes it like a stronger attack than normal.
Oh, so it's like super good at that thing.
It's a good combo.
All right, let's stop the nonsense here.
Clear the board?
No. A lot of options. A lot of options here, man. Let me do that. I mean, what's 5 damage, right? Health is a resource. I'm going to play a shield-bearing operator level 1. When a scientist is destroyed, play a gizmo minion in its lane. It is a scientist, so it will replace itself with a gizmo. And then give this 3 armor this turn on deploy.
Nice.
So he does have 3 armor. Keep that in mind. I'll put a little ding.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a new one.
I'm going to play a level 1 Necrotic Creeper. It says, deploy, deal 5 damage to an enemy player unless they destroy one of their creatures.
I'm taking 5.
And then it says, when this is destroyed, I can play a mindless zombie minion in this lane.
Or maybe I just take the gizmo here. Nah, I don't know. Health is a resource, right? That means you can spend as much as you want.
We're both very new at this. I have no idea. You must study the U.S. economic policy.
We got him.
Just keep on printing, baby.
We got him. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we get it. We get it. Okay. You gotta play it, right? You gotta play it. I'll just have better cards over time. That's the thing. Okay, so I'll take 5.
All right. Moneyball.
Moneyball, baby. If you end the game higher than 1 health, you screwed up. And now our level 2 things are online, right? I forgot about that completely.
Yeah, this ability right here.
If it's replaced, I can reanimate it. Oh, well. Wow. Okay, we're going to do... I get the last play here. We're going to do level 2 Energy Prison. Give this creature a -10. And then upgrade a card in my hand and discard it.
You are playing long ball.
Yeah. I'm going to upgrade this level 1 Vine Lash.
Okay.
And then discard it.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yep. End of the round?
Into the wrong place. And then level 3 Energy Prison coming in. Ooh, and it only gets better. Ooh, I can't wait. Now I'm going to wreck you. Done.
All right. 2 damage to you.
Take it.
9 damage to you. 3 damage to your armor. Doesn't matter. You clear me.
That's right.
Nothing to you.
Long-term value.
Discard.
Yeah.
Pass the forge. Draw back up. And we're SolForging now.
Okay. Now we do have to think. We've got to think a lot. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we don't, this is not in the pocket. Yeah, that would be cool, but we don't want to do that. Oh, Father. Okay.
I'll check something. Do your thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is all very interesting. Man, this game's so cool.
I love it. What do you got for me?
Wait, what does reanimate mean?
Reanimate means it comes back into play.
In the same place?
You can play it somewhere else, I think.
You can, right?
Yeah.
Surely. Yeah, because otherwise the ability wouldn't work. Right. Okay. Let's see, you've got 3 there. I've got 3 here. You're a Lebowski. I'm a Lebowski. I'm the aggressive player here. We'll just play the 3-4. Level 2 charge-plated Justicar. Here comes level 3, the 1,000-yard throw a football over the mountains quarterback.
Oh boy.
He's coming in. Charge-plated Justicar, level 2, and he's a 3-4, so he's awful. Zach doesn't yet know that health is a resource. That's why he's at 47.
Precisely.
With 2 basically just dead bodies on the table.
Let's play this level 2 Portal Shade. Let me find the level 3.
Well, that seems like a good thing.
Yeah.
You playing in the back there? Or?
That's not how I play.
When I play, everything's got aggressive. You want to play SolForge?
How are you?
Are you going to do its ability or?
Not yet.
Oh, waiting. Well, what a novel idea. Now I've got to do something.
Yeah.
That thing's gonna kill me. Oh, and 3 this turn. This is gone. Does that matter?
That's gone.
Would you still play it there, or you want to play it somewhere else?
That's fine. Okay. We'll take it. Only one other place to play it.
You're right. Okay. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna trigger repurpose. Choose a creature. If it's replaced this turn, you may reanimate it. I am going to replace a creature. But you have a great activate ability over there. No matter what I do, you're gonna get 8 damage in.
That's a resource, right?
No getting around it. So we got to look at where we want things to go. All right, so we are going to choose this creature.
Okay.
Then we're going to attempt, when this is destroyed, you may play a mindless zombie minion. No. I don't want that at all. I'll take 2 for the rest of the game, man. No way. we will do... He's going to go to 10, isn't he? Of course. Of course he is.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'm
reasonable.
the old Cincinnati bamboozler here. All right, Combat Druid's going to go here. Level 2. I'm going to upgrade it. So I don't forget.
Mm-hmm. He seems cool.
Yeah. Boom. Upgraded. Let me make sure that's where he needs to go.
Thomas, did you see this? He said, what are y'all's favorite parts about this game that distinguish it from others? Maybe top 2 or 3 things. So I really like the unique deck model of Keyforge, and I feel like SolForge is leveraging everything good about that, like tenfold, and in interesting, unique ways, including the fact that you bring 2 decks together all the way through organized play. I also think all of the complexity of the game is in strategic decision making, not in like on the table execution. So I never feel weighed down by this game, but I do feel like I'm making a lot of really meaningful choices that create the eventual outcome. That'd be probably my top 2.
Okay, we're gonna replace this with an Oak Father minion. It's an 8/8/8. And then repurpose reanimates this. He's gonna go here, and then I think it deploys again. Is that true?
I don't know if reanimated is deploying.
Is reanimating deploying?
Like
tell me, Shadow. Tell me.
And what's the Druid's ability?
Just you may replace another creature with an Oak Father, which I did. Yeah. Pretty cool. Little combat trick there. Little 5/5 there. And an 8/8. If I do get the 3 armor, well,
Watch out.
that's pretty good.
Shadow says reanimate does deploy.
Mm-hmm. I'll take my 2 armor
Pretty big little play you did there.
and just soak up your little mindless zombie maker.
Over to me.
Yeah. You gotta take 8 to give 8. That's my thinking. Not sure it's good thinking. What's your little ability over there?
Destroy a level 1 creature.
Oh. That one. But it would become a Gizmo minion. So that's good.
Which is still way better for me. So I activate my ability. Blow that thing up.
We had the ability moment. That's pretty cool.
Then I'm gonna play Group Meal. I can play a mindless zombie minion.
You just love those zombies.
Upgrade a level 1 card to my discard pile. For each zombie I have in play, I only have 1 currently. But I'm gonna upgrade the Primordial Slam. So I'm gonna get the level 2 of both of those. Going over here. This is a 3/3. And then I'm gonna activate here.
Okay.
And we're gonna give this guy a +8.
Okay. Slime's back in action.
Yeah.
We're back, baby.
Resolution time.
All right. I die, do 2 to that thing. Kill you here, take none.
Yep.
Kill zombie, take 3.
Yep.
8 to you, and then I take 8.
You got it.
35, 8, 2 left over. So we go to what, 27?
7.
Those little math tricks.
All right. Then we discard.
Yeah.
This flips. We draw.
I go second. Ooh, I love going second. Hey, man, I built a little bit of a board here.
It was a good moment.
You better
for
watch
you.
yourself.
I agree.
You better just watch yourself, buddy. These are all the good cards. I saved my good cards for last. You gotta obey what those signs say. I think I'm gonna go undefeated in this series.
Oh yeah?
I'm feeling it. Which means you're about to drop a 70,000 damage mindless zombie bomb on me.
Maybe.
I'm gonna play strong fundamentals the whole game, and then you're gonna put 3 cards together that unravel the entire thing.
Maybe. Not sure yet.
Because this is the way that card games work for me. I'm trying to play chess against somebody who's playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
Let's play level 2. No. Let's play level 2. Venerable Slime. Here.
He loves the slimes.
He's a little slimy. So he's 9.
That's not terribly scary.
6. Two armor.
Do, 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 do. Well. Here we are. Did we just set up some good trades, you know? I'm back row gang here.
Yep. Gucci gang.
I got the beat in Oaxaca. Okay.
This where it says don't bring a chess set to a deck flop.
I've got, you know, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm just going to play level 2 Armored Scavenger over here in the back row. He's got 4 armor and 11 health because I spent time on him. Okay.
Don't like that. Don't like that one.
I'm going to play numbers, not symbols. I don't like the dice with the symbols on them. You know what I mean? So like 2 1s make 11. Like Arabian. You know what? I was doing the crossword puzzle the other day. Shannon and I started a what do they call that? Not a habit, but like a
hobby?
Ritual. I guess a hobby maybe is right. we started. We're doing it's like a ritual. So on Sunday, we're doing the New York Times crossword together, which is an exercise in both bonding and working through issues about who's right or wrong, or
teamwork,
you're doing it too fast, or you know, these kinds of things. And there was a clue, which was comes before a bet, and I was like, wager, ante, you know, argument, whatever. The answer was Aleph, Aleph, because apparently I think it's the Sumerian, like really early alphabet comes from there are 2 words. The first was alpha, the first symbol was alpha, the second symbol was bet. Comes before bet, Aleph.
Did you solve it?
First one was Aleph, second was bet. No, looked it up.
Yeah, that's a horrible crossword question.
But it was really cool to figure out where alphabet came from, and that was you know, early language stuff. It's cool.
That's wild. This is a nightmare.
Yes. There is no statement more pleasing than that one. I have created a nightmare. It's Hebrew. Thank you, David. Hebrew, yeah. Is it Hebrew? Hold on. I thought it was earlier than Hebrew.
All right. play a level 1 Stout Shambler.
You would.
When one of my creatures is destroyed, deal a damage to a player and gain a life.
Semitic, you're right, yeah, of course. Including Phoenician, Hebrew, Aramaic, Syriac, Arabic. We can both be right.
You hear that, Billy?
When one of your creatures is destroyed, deal 1 damage to a player. You gain 1 life. Mm-hmm. So, do we know the timing structure of this game?
Combat is simultaneous resolution.
What if I had, just for instance, what if I had a spell that said destroy all creatures? And then this one's destroyed and makes a zombie. Can I like resolve destroy this, resolve destroy that, resolve destroy that, resolve destroy that, resolve destroy that?
I'm going to guess all creatures currently on table would be destroyed.
Yeah.
And then the effects would happen. Like his effects would trigger, and then this effect would trigger all after that bomb moment.
Classic.
You have a board wipe?
No, it's just a theoretical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Great Zigny says, ooh, Stout is a good shambler. Stout, obviously, I think, making a bigger health. He's a shambling man.
He's a shambling man. I'm a shambling man.
He's a creepy looking zombie.
Huh. I really don't want him on the board.
The shambler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really also don't want to... Let's just get it over with now. I think that's appropriate, right? I think it's right. And then we get... This is the last play of the turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We get some good value there, and then I come in going first. Acceptable. And I end up doing... Well, but I could try to save my guy, too. These are probably classic problems, man. Mm-hmm. Classic problem. I'm going to play Sonic Burst. Level 1 spell, destroy all enemy creatures with 3 attack or less.
What? So these two go.
Yeah. So you're going to deal 2 damage to me and gain 2 life?
Yeah.
Health's a resource.
And then I'm going to get a mindless zombie.
Yeah, you get a zombie there. See, I didn't know if I could also kill the zombie when he comes in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little baby zombie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Still 3/3. It's like the best creature on the board at that point. You can put it anywhere. Same lane, right? Yeah, this lane. Right? Or this turn?
In this lane.
Yeah.
Aw. Dang. The value. I wanted more. All right. End around?
End around.
You take 3?
Taken. Health's a resource. 22.
Okay. This guy dies. I have 2 armor, so I'm going to take 3 damage.
Yeah.
I take 11.
That's right.
Go to 36.
And then you do 8 to me, 4 armor. I lose 4, so I go to 7.
Discard. Count your cards.
I only have 3 cards here. Is that a problem?
You probably didn't upgrade 2 cards.
That's right. Because I got really jacked about the things that I was doing.
What up, Mantis? Been a minute since I've seen your name.
Got Sonic Burst.
Hope you're doing well.
Let's take a look. Throw these in the discard. 1, 2, 3.
Did you get that thing you just played that blows stuff up?
10, 11, 12, 14, 17. I should have 20 cards?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got 3 cards somewhere. I don't think I did the Combat Druid, because that was the replace thing. Yeah, I'll do the Combat Druid. Or does he need to go to level 2? Hold on, let's look. So you played Armored Scavengers.
Did you play Botanimate?
Mm-hmm. We did the weird way of getting it out, though, which sometimes will get me. All right, Armored Scavenger I did not do.
What up, man?
So that's a level
The
3
stream
that I should
has
have done.
officially begun.
The Judicar I did do, almost certainly. I remember doing that because I did it with great excitement.
Yeah. That's awesome, Mantis. What a business you're in. Saying business has been taking off this summer, so I've been super busy. Congrats.
Play those. Played that. Upgraded that. Bartok Primal. No, did play that. Did play that. Steel Eye Researcher. I don't think I gave him my level 2. I did not. Energy Prison level 3. That's good. We upgraded that. Vine Lash we upgraded from that ability. Did I screw that up somehow? And then Shield Bearing Operator level 2. This is correct because I just lost that guy right here.
Nice. Lawn care.
It's all right so
Still
far.
cool.
3, 4.
Van, same. Saying he missed us. It's been a.
It's good to see
been
you,
a
man.
wild few. It's been a wild couple months for me, honestly.
So how many cards should I have upgraded that turn? 2, 4, 6, 3, 4, 5. There's one I missed. What was it? What did I play? Combat Druid? Did I upgrade that? Yeah.
What's a big stat, Mantis?
Sonic Burst. Upgrade that.
But I'm
yes.
happy to hear it for you, man.
Energy Prison, yes. Finish. Ooh, Venerable Drone. Did I upgrade that? Level 2 Venerable Drone. Let's see if he's in here.
Level 3's up here.
Boom.
There you go.
The drone abides.
It's all there.
All right, so there's my 6 upgrades, my secret upgrade, and then my non-upgrades.
Yeah, it's a good one, Mantis.
Okay. Rocky Mountain High. Do 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 do. Rocky Mountain. Stampeding's in here. At least we can always correct it. That's one of the things that I'm very happy about. Oh, it's that Voltaic. Never did that guy. It's my 20th card. Okay, so let's look at the board. 16 damage to 12 damage as it sits. And I'm the active player? But kind of a vulnerable. Yeah, that Oak Father does work. That thing's crazy.
I think it's crazy.
Okay, and let's get down to business. Okay.
Glad you've been digging the podcast series, Mantis. Saying enjoying the podcast with the guests. Always look forward to listening while I'm not working.
Now, tell me this, again, theoretically.
Never like where this is going.
Theoretically, wait, hold on. When a creature with breakthroughs in the front row, any damage dealt to an opposing creature in excess of its current is dealt to the enemy player. So, if a creature strikes a creature by way of a spell, let's say, would breakthrough work on the strike? So like, let's say like this, for instance, has breakthrough, and it strikes, for instance, Venerable Slime.
Yeah.
Would you take 5 damage?
I think so.
You think so?
Well,
it's not just in the combat
read
step.
breakthrough.
While a creature with breakthrough is in the front row, any damage dealt by it to an opposing creature in excess of its current health is dealt to the enemy player.
Right there on the card.
But is that what's meant to happen? Shadow says only during combat. Boom.
Solved it.
See, breakthrough keyword. We got to change it because by the
breakthrough says when this creature's in the front row during combat.
Doesn't say that.
Not on the card.
Not on this one. So by these rules, I can absolutely do that. But you kind of feel that it's wrong. Everything that I felt is wrong wrong in this game.
Apparently strike is not combat.
Right. It's just a little slap. Okay, you're Lebowski. I don't want to commit to anything yet.
Yep.
And our level 3s are now online. Is that right?
Yep.
I can play a Mega Gizmo. What does that do? 6/6. When a creature replaces it, it basically becomes that. Okay. So. Okay. I've kind of, yeah, flown the coop on this. I mean, I have good things here. Okay. We gotta think. I can play a minion there. Okay, that's good. But do that. Put that there. But then you do that, and then one of those things happens there. So we throw that. We don't really want. We've got to. And armor doesn't refresh, right? It doesn't refresh.
Doesn't it?
Like that does it? Does this refresh? Every time you swing at me, do I still have 4 armor? Right? Or does it get knocked off once?
Otherwise, like, why would the thing say, like, you get 3 armor this turn?
Yeah, they got it forever then, don't they? Every time they get hit, it has to go through armor, doesn't it?
It's gross.
Okay, fine. Fine then. We'll do it. We'll play a level 2 Vine Lash. We'll have this scavenger strike the Venerable Slime.
Okay.
11 minus 9 is going to be left with 2 health. And we get to our level 3 Vine Lash, which is what we've been trying to do this whole game. Have you seen what this does? One of your creatures strikes 2 enemy creatures.
It's gross.
Anyone like Bulbasaur?
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
We're going to play
Conflagration.
Conflagrate.
Yeah.
Deal 2 damage to each of up to 2 different creatures and or players. Maybe 2 of each of those.
Well, that was very handy for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
So good. That is it's a turning point in the game right there. I hate it. How could I have known?
Oh.
You had the perfect card. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What?
Great Zigny says your strike
Oh, it doesn't take
isn't
damage
combat.
back.
Hold on. That's so much better.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
Hold on, bring everything back.
It's coming back, man. Sit back. Rewind it back. Where did he go? Where did I put that guy? Rocky Mountain.
No.
I honestly have no idea where he's. Oh, he's in the bottom there. I just get to hit you.
That's crazy.
Wow, you got a real problem now.
All right, I'm still going to play this card. I'm just going to do 2 to that and 2 to this.
What's that? So hold on. I went down to 3. So I had 4 plus
7.
9, 6, 5, 4. Yeah. What are you doing instead?
So 2 to this thing and then 2 to this thing.
What are you doing? What are you up to? You're up to something. There's a reason you needed that health reduced or something. Or your card's just bad.
Who knows, man? Maybe I'm just messing with you.
You got 36 over there asking for a friend. How common are board wipes?
Not super common.
Not super common, right? Let's put on the heat. We'll play a level 3 combat druid. I can play an Oak Father minion.
Oh my goodness.
Which I will do over here, and I'll use my ability to play a Mega Gizmo.
So much heat.
Boom.
There's so much heat.
Who's laughing now, zombie man? And then he's gone forever after this, I guess.
Yeah.
So I gotta make it good.
Ooh, I'm about to get smoked.
Yes.
Let's play a Stout Worm here.
Ooh, wow. I did good.
It's too much. All right.
I did good.
End of the round.
Yeah.
I'll do 3. You'll kill here.
And you'll take 5.
Yeah. I'll take 12.
Whoa. Fast math.
So we're going down to 19. I'll deal 7. You'll deal 6 or 8. I'll take 3.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get that.
And then you'll take 5?
Yep. Down to 11.
Ah, someone learned that health is a resource.
Not looking good.
Right, so I should have one. I'll have one less card now because my combat druid was level 3. Nothing to upgrade. Nice. Okay. Just got to hold down the fort here. Who is you? You is me, right? Like this health, if it says you gain health, it has to be this, not the thing, and then you're the active guy now. Okay. All right, you're the guy now. What's your level 2 do? Upgrade 2 cards to your discard pile, then return one of them to your hand. Uh-oh. Guys, see your Discord pile? See Necrovive. Do I get to see your level 2 Necrovive?
I don't know. You can. Each enemy player destroys one of their creatures. If an enemy player has more creatures than I do, it's free.
You're going to do that this turn.
It's possible, yeah.
If necessary, I reckon. Or you could get a level 3 Stoutworm. Can you show me a level 3 Conflagrate?
It's not that good right now.
You don't have any mages?
No.
Okay.
So 4 damage.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 damage up to 4 creatures and players.
How about that level 3 Stoutworm just to see it, you know?
It's not that scary.
Just a big number.
13.
Okay. So I'm going to be losing 2 creatures presumably this turn. If you use your ability, upgrade Necrovive and then play it for free.
1 creature.
I thought you could remove 2. Oh, it's free if you've done something. If you have less.
It's still free, but I just get to play it once.
So you get a free kill a thing of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. But I choose. Okay.
Yep.
Right. Just try not to lose, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with my ability.
So Lightning Academy, that is a funny joke. My oak farther left when I was 5 to get fertilizer and never came back.
It's really funny.
That's just tastefully done. John Steinbeck, I hear that too. Marvel Champions. The lingering echo of you in the background.
I'm gonna upgrade these 2 cards.
Are you gonna shamble me?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna necrovive me.
And then I'll play this for free. Destroy a creature.
Of my choosing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the inactive player here.
Gotta get this board under control.
Well, let's see, a 6/8, a 6/6, an 8/5, and a 5/7. Something tells me I don't want to get rid of the breakthrough. I don't want to get rid of the 8 health. It's this guy. No, he's got 4 armor. Mm-hmm. Ooh, he's got 4 armor now. Never mind.
Jared says I got my oak file. There's some prunes for oak file. There's there. It's a whole line of t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen.
These are all good. Okay, so the worst thing here. My board is almost full, so Gizmo looks okay. I feel like breakthrough pressure is probably good. All right, let's go here. My combat druid's gone. He did his job.
Now, for my action.
Tony Hawk in this thing, man. We're going up the half pipe. We're ramping like you've never seen. We're going to land that 960.
Let's play level 3 Portal Shade here.
Okay. That'll block that. And nothing I play will do damage. So
that's right.
It's about, can I remove the things from you? Or can I just create this kind of inevitability, you know?
Don't give me time to squirrel.
Well,
sometimes that's all you got.
Sometimes
you play the deck.
Sometimes
the deck plays
gotta
you.
do it. Yeah. Okay. Give something to. Okay. We also don't want to surprise lose by getting 13 through and then you doing something dumb. We shall be playing a Voltaic Prophet here, and then I'll give it 5 armor because you have played a spell.
Okay.
With the activate.
We're so close to a bamboozler.
I'm just going to keep putting big dudes on the board. It's always been my plan.
Okay.
It's definitely a game I feel like I could be good at.
Let's play a level 3 Raging Lasher. I'll do 7 here.
You going to kill this thing? And you got no more abilities, right?
So I could activate this and make him go to 20. That's why I was like, that's enough to kill me?
So I had to block you, basically?
Yeah. I'm not going to, but I'll just kill that thing and it's over to you.
If I had no creatures, though, that could be a real problem.
Yeah. That could be a lot of damage.
4 health, huh? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it does 7 when it comes in, so it's only fair.
Yeah. Okay. Keep the heat on. Keep the heat on. +2 armor. I take 7. Those things destroy each other. 13. I don't know where to do it. We could go there. Take 7. You got an interesting level 3 ability or anything?
Deal 8 to a creature, gain 8 life.
Ooh, we can't get you there. I've got 1 turn, don't I? You fool. Okay, I'm gonna replace this Mega Gizmo and get +6/+6 to this guy.
Holy smokeries.
I'll do it on the dice.
He's a 20.
Yeah. So he's gonna be a 20.
18.
20, 18 with 6 armor.
He's not dying.
No.
Okay. End of the round?
Yeah.
You take 7? I take 5. Oof. I do 13 minus your armor and you kill me.
13 minus 6, I take 7, so I go to 11.
Yeah. Discard. Passes to you. And we draw back up.
Juice is loose. My dudes are in your base.
They are. Is this for the turn? Yeah.
Oh, there's stealth? Was there stealth? Oh, there was stealth. Hold on, I gotta play that differently then.
My big guy is stealth. Here.
That changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of that,
Stream
he blocks
saving my life.
and then I'll just play this here instead, and it'll come in at 14.
Gotcha. I do 7. You have 6 armor, so you take 1.
Yeah, I'll come in at 14, 11, and then I'll take 13.
You gain 7 life
I do?
from this thing. You took the 7 originally,
Yeah,
so you
but I'm gonna end up. Oh yeah, because he blocks that. That's right.
Yeah.
I gain 7.
and you're in the front row, so you'll die. I'll take 6, and then we'll be back around.
Did it?
Maybe the better play.
Yeah, it was stealth for sure.
Stream did not save me.
Yeah, right.
They hurt me.
They hurt me. Yeah, I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I get the first play. Okay.
Now, hypothetically, if you just made that mistake, that would have been the best thing for me.
Absolutely.
Because you'd be down 13 life right now. And
Yeah, we'd be in a good spot. And this guy would still be on the board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just be like,
Actually, it would have been down 20.
it'd be a horrible,
And this guy would still be in play. It would have been so bad.
horrible.
You know, a little asterisk fight this stuff, yeah. I'm just...
Oh, so good. So good.
But I believe.
Yeah, you're using your dice to hide the stealth keyword. From here, I can't see it.
Clearly.
Like, you pushed it down a little bit, just at the off chance that I would.
Touch.
Okay, now you're in squirrel territory.
Yeah, ain't good.
So I've got to get as much pressure on as I can in as little risk as possible.
There's like no way I can stop you.
Okay, good. That saves me some time.
Yeah, just don't worry about it. I swear. Just play 2 bodies here. You're good.
All right, we'll play the charge plated Justicar there.
Cool.
Put the old 28-25. But without breakthrough, it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah. No, I gotta stop that. I'll play this level 1 steadfast glide.
There he is. Hey, just gliding around. Anybody over here? Ah!
He's about to get trumped.
He's got 1 health.
You get 4 out. 1 attack.
It's hilarious. And then, yep. I'll just play another thing. Here. Shield bearing operator at level 3. And then he's destroyed. I can play a gizmo minion in its lane, so it should give me some insulation, I guess. And I'll get the level 3. Smooth operator operating correctly. And he's got 5 armor this turn. This is an armor heavy deck.
It is crazy. I don't have a lot of direct destruction things, which is a problemo.
I've got bodies.
I'll just play the level 3 Venerable Slime here.
He finally made it.
Yeah. He slimed his way to the top. Or the bottom. Resolution. Let's do here first. Take 19.
Yeah, look at that. We ramped, man.
Boom.
The game is fun to operate.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so satisfying when those games go from like slightly fiddly to really, it's like a dance on the table as you're like getting your cards in, you're manipulating the dice. I actually like it a lot now. It's
like the motion of it.
You remember that podcast we did when something isn't
like fiddly
when fiddly isn't wrong or when clunky isn't bad, I can't remember what it was.
That may have been the keyword.
There's something really nice about the dance of the game.
Yeah. I dig it.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
It really crushed you, by the way. Like it wasn't on even close.
I don't think this purple like I had a lot of my early value was good. But like the synergy between the two was low. I had all the cards that were referencing mages and stuff, and it was like not seeing any of those.
And that's okay, so then what are you gonna play next time? You're gonna play green?
Yeah.
So green, oh dude. check this out. Okay, this would be cool. Hold on. I'll separate these back out, and then we'll just do a little primer for next time.
Next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I'm separating them.
Do you do 1s, 2s, 3s, and then by deck?
I do it by color first.
Yeah.
But I also was divided by deck up front. I didn't divide them by level. Because the colors are really easy, like purple or whatever, to spot.
Okay, check this out. This got me excited now. Okay. 2, 2, 2, 2. These are all my 2s I didn't use. Nice. Okay. And then get these guys out of here and this giant army of things. Lovely army. Just a lovely little army there. There's a lot of things.
I again played all my creatures to the front row. Shadow said, I will repeat
This is incorrect. Anybody referencing this game has the rules in it. Okay, so you said you didn't have Mage Synergy, right?
Yeah.
So check this tasty number out. On the, you'll be playing what? The Warriors of Wigu, who got a spell. We've got a warrior. We've got a warrior. We've got
Warriors
a warrior.
are good for me too. So like I have, let me find it.
I guess it's called the Warriors of Wegu, so.
Primordial Slam was it's 4 damage to a creature, give a warrior +4 on the base level. So like the level 3.
Yeah, so you want warriors.
But I would draw it, and it's like, well, I can do 4 to something, but I don't get the +8 ever.
Yeah.
Let me see how many warriors are in here.
Yep, makes sense. So, so this might be a great pairing then. So you've got make somebody a wisp and gain health. Mm-hmm. You've got 2 mages, good mages.
Yeah.
Combat Druid and Polymorpher. Good mages.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it, turns them into wisp, play a wisp.
Yeah.
And then you've got 3 warriors.
That's really helpful.
And you've got Vine Lash and a bunch of other good stuff. If there's any health,
this is super helpful.
Yeah.
Because what was the card that just had you strike something?
Vine Lash.
Like, is it an upgraded version?
Yeah.
That one battles and then.
Dude, and then level 3 has you strike 2 things.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I need more ability to clear things out.
I was thinking I would get that like 28 thing out and then Vine Lash it to have it just kill 2 things. I was like, oh, no one's going to be happy about that.
And it just strikes 2 things, so it doesn't even take the damage.
It doesn't take damage. No, he's just like slap.
That's actually a really good pairing.
Yeah.
Those 2 decks feel like they were good together.
Yeah, it was nice. Cool, man.
But this is definitely part of the fun. So next time.
I love how like chill it is.
Yeah, I'll be playing red-green. You'll be in the purple-blue zone.
Purple-blue.
And then we'll take it from there.
What color does purple and blue together make?
Darker. Like lavender.
So many good tips from this stream.
It'd be lighter, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
What happens? It's just a darker thing of purple, right? Because
it would have to
purple
be.
is blue and red.
Yeah. Purple is blue and red.
It's just darker.
Which means darker blue. Violet?
Violet. Like lavender. Oh my.
Dude, you're a color genius. Did you miss your calling?
I maybe. Yeah,
you were kind of an artist, right? You did art for a while?
I actually am. I'm going to change my Twitter bio. Okay, kind of an artist.
Put it on the business card. Kind of an artist. Zach Bunn, CEO and kind of an artist.
I did like to draw and stuff when I was a kid, a lot. But color theory was actually always really tough for me.
Well, you seem to have it innately. Yeah, so I mean, congratulations.
I know when you mix colors, I know the result. That means I must be an artistic genius.
I'm telling you, it's not easy for all of us, you know? Thanks everybody for watching. It's been a pleasure to have you.
And hey,
you've enjoyed it.
Shout out to Stoneblade. This game's great. And it works. The app worked. If you haven't checked this out, definitely. We did the Introducing SolForge Fusion series. Currently expected to come Q3-ish of 2022.
Yeah, retail. Waiting on the big boat, I think, is the situation there.
So stay tuned. We'll be back, I think, next week with SolForge.
Yeah, we'll play some more SolForge next week. That's the plan, at least right now. You know, those things sometimes change. You know, the life gets crazy.
Do you have a schedule?
But we do have a schedule. We can pop the schedule or pull up the schedule. I can't remember if there's a robotic piece of that one. Pull up the schedule, pop the schedule. Well,
let's go to the schedule.
Seconds. Just
That's what it was. It really was.
You have to talk to it with a lot of assertion. Let's go to the schedule, pull up the schedule for the week. No, I can see it right there. No, it doesn't. It would clear if it had found something. To the schedule. To the schedule.
To the Batcave.
Yeah, anyway. This week we're doing, next week we're doing SolForge Fusion again on Wednesday. We'll flip the pairings.
Yeah, no stream on Monday because of 4th of July. And then Tuesday is Fab. And Thursday is Lord of the Rings this week and next week. So
man, keep Lord of the Rings episode 10 coming up tomorrow.
Maybe our most extensive content series ever.
It's good to do that for a game that makes you $0.
Yep.
That's
like I said, it all works out in the end. Yeah. So one thing I know is we'll have a good time while we're doing it. Huge shout out to all of our subscribers. Already a ton of people signed up for SolForge. Really cool to see. I think that Stoneblade is a publisher we're supporting. This is a game we're checking out. If you are signed up, thanks for doing that. We couldn't do any of this without you, and it means the world to us to be able to do this and do everything that we're doing here at Covenant.
It's so true, and this was so fun. It's so fun. Can't recommend it enough. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. You want to leave these sleeved?
Yeah. Because what it made me eventually break down, I was like, I'm going to be using these for a while, I assume. At least 2 or 3 streams worth, so let's just leave them. Yeah, at first I was like, this deck seems good. And then I had like my 3rd hand on the first cycle. I was like, this is bad.
This deck no good.
Yeah, you